It's Divyajyoti Mahapatra. Welcome to my channel DJM Physics. Students, today's topic is very simple but very important because it is if there is a conceptual misunderstanding will be there in this topic, it may hamper you to understand the important concepts in the future topics. So you must have heard these words distance and displacement. Okay, but we will learn here some very important points and what are the difference between these two terms. Okay. So let us start for an example. Let this is your house or home, you can write, and this is your college or school, and this is the path which is moving from your school to your home. Okay, this is your path, this is the actual road through which you have to go from your home to reach your school. Okay, so you have started from here and you went up to here. This actual path is your distance. Okay, how to measure that? By using your some distance meter in your vehicle which measures the distance. Okay, or in this particular case, if this is point A, this is point B, you have to measure the distance between these two. When the pen tip of the pen is moving like this, just keep a thread on it. Okay, and then stretch it on a scale. Whatever length you will get, that will give you the distance. Now what is displacement? Displacement is the shortest distance between this initial point and this final point in a particular direction. Okay, this is your initial point and this is your final point. So the shortest distance, and how you can get a shortest line or shortest distance? By just joining them in a straight line. Okay, so this distance from here to here, okay, gives you the displacement. Okay, how you have to write that? You have to write the displacement is from I to F or from home to school with this much value. Let this distance you have traveled was initially it was let 5 kilometer, but this straight line distance is let 2 kilometer. So while you are telling that the distance is 5 kilometer, you don't have to mention in which direction. Okay, the distance between my home and school is 5 kilometer, or the distance between my school and home is 5 kilometer. That is enough. But when you are talking about the displacement, you have to mention in which direction your motion was. If you have started your motion from your home and you are going to the school, then your displacement is 2 kilometer from home towards school. You have to mention the direction, in which direction you have moved. And if you are moving from your school to home, then you have to write your displacement is 2 kilometer through or along Fi direction, F to I. In the first case it is from I to F, in the second case it is from F to I. Okay, now let us take an example. Okay, to understand the actual difference between them. Let a point A is here. Some 3 points let me first show you. A point B is somewhere here and a point C is here. From here to here, this distance is let 10 centimeter, and from here to here, this distance is let 25 centimeter. Now a person has started from A and it is moving to C, then from C it is returning back to point B. Okay, is the motion clear? It has started from A, it went up to C, and then from there, from the point C, it returned back to B. Now the question is, what is the distance traveled by the person and what is its displacement? Okay, see, what is the distance traveled? Very easy. It traveled from A to C, so how much distance it traveled? 10 plus 25, so it traveled a distance of 35, plus again it returned from here to here. Okay, so 35 plus 25. Okay, so what is the distance here? The distance traveled here will be equal to 35 from A to C plus again C to B, that is 25. So it will be equal to 60 centimeter. Okay. Now what is the displacement here? See, displacement, for displacement you don't have to look how it moved, in which way it moved. It moved from A to B or B to C, or in which direction it is moving on a straight line or moving on a arbitrary path. You don't have to look at any of that. What you have to find? Which is the initial point of the motion? This was the initial point of motion. And which is the final point of motion? This is the final point of motion. Okay. So from where to where it moved? From I to F. And this distance is going to give you the value of displacement. What is this value? From here to here, so it is 10 centimeter. So displacement is going to be 10 centimeter. Again remember, not only this is the magnitude you have written. Okay, you have to mention the direction. So you have to mention here from A to B. So the displacement is 10 centimeter from A to B. You have to mention this, because remember, you have already learned also, distance is a scalar. It has only magnitude. You don't have to mention the direction, but displacement is a vector. It has the both the quantity, the magnitude and the direction. This is the magnitude, this is the direction. Okay. Let us take some one more example which is given, which question exactly I will give you in the screenshot in the description part. Okay. So the question is like this. There is a circular path is here. You can see this question from the screenshot given in the description part. Okay. There are 4 points mentioned here. One is A, B, C and D. Okay. The radius of this circle is given as R. Now the questions are, what is the distance traveled by the particle when it moves from A to B? Okay. What is the distance traveled and what is the displacement? Both it is asked. What is the distance traveled and what is the displacement when the particle moves from A to B? It is moving in anti-clockwise direction like this. Okay. On the circle, the particle here, it is moving in anti-clockwise direction. So the first part is how much distance is covered and what is its displacement when it moves from A to B. Okay. Now since this, what is this distance from here to here? This is its actual path. So we have to find the length of the actual path, means from here to here. And how to find that? As all of you know, this total length is going to be 2 pi r. Yes or no? So it is 1/4 of the total part. So it is going to divide by 4. So it is going to be pi r by 2. This is the first part when it travels from A to B. This is the first question. When it travels from A to B, this is the distance. And what is the displacement? For displacement, again let me remind, you don't have to check how it moves. What is the initial point? This point. What is the final point? This point. Okay. Now just draw a straight line between them. A to B. So you have to find this distance. This line distance you have to find. That will give you the displacement. And how to find that? Very easy. This is R. This is going to be R. This is going to be 90 degree because total is 360. This is divided by 4. So it is 90 degree. And it is R. It is R. So this distance is going to be obviously R square plus R square root over, or it will be equal to root 2 into R. So this is the distance, and here you have to mention also from where to here, A to B. That is you have to mention. This is the magnitude, this is the direction. Okay, this you have found is distance. Okay, and this one is your displacement. There is a particular way to write that. Okay, that we will come later. Now let us write it as distance and displacement. Actually this is written as S, displacement is written as S vector, but we will come to that in the next classes, and we will go in very detail for the representation in scalar and vector class. Now the next question like this, it may ask what is the distance traveled when it come from here to here. Okay, what is its displacement and like that. Okay, see, there is another, there are the 4 points are there. You can do that. I will give the question to you. You can practice that for each. If what to the displacement when it travels from A to C. Okay, but here a question may come, what will be the displacement when it completes one cycle from A to again came to A. So what is the distance? It is 2 pi r. What is the displacement? Initial point is A, final point is also A. So what will be the displacement? 0. So when it is going to complete one cycle, okay, this displacement is going to be 0. Okay. So like that, there are many questions are there. We will discuss the questions after some time. Now let us remember what are the points when we have to deal when we are studying about distance and displacement. What are the points we have to remember? Okay. What is the difference between actually distance and displacement? First point is that distance can never be negative. Okay, distance can never be negative. Distance is going to be always positive, but displacement, I will come to example. Okay, but displacement can be positive, can be negative, or can be 0 also. How? For an example, let you are going from A to B. Okay, let this distance is some 2 centimeter, and okay, let like this, you are moving from A to C first. Okay, let this is 2, this is 3 centimeter. So first you move from A to C and then you came back from C to B. What is the displacement? Displacement is 2 centimeter. It is positive. Okay, 2 centimeter from A to B. This is positive. Now how it can be negative? Let us take another example. You move from A to B, which is 2 centimeter, and again you came back from B to the C point, which is again let equal to 3 centimeter, but along this side. How you move? You move from A to B, then you move from B to C. So what is your displacement? It is 1 centimeter along this side. It is 1 centimeter, but along the negative direction, because if you are taking it as plus 2, you have to take it as minus 3, because remember, you are not dealing with distance, you are dealing with displacement, which is a vector. Vector means it has a particular direction. So if this direction you are taking as positive, this direction you have to take as negative. Okay, so what is the displacement here? 1 centimeter from A to C, or towards the negative direction. So here displacement is negative. Last example, how the displacement can be 0. Let there are 2 points A and B. We have moved from A to B and again return from B to A. What is the displacement? Displacement is going to be 0. Yes or no? It is going to be 0. Whatever distance may be, it may be 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter. If you have started from one point, went to somewhere and again return back, not by a straight line. You may be from A you moved like this up to B, and again from B you moved by some other path to A. So displacement is going to be 0, because your initial and the final points are same. So remember this point, distance is always positive, always, but displacement can be positive, can be negative, and can also be 0. Okay, now let us come to the next point. So this is the second point, that displacement does not depends upon the origin. Okay, let us take an example. There are 2 points A and B, and an object has started from A and reached to B. Okay, now let us take the initial case. In the first case, O is our origin here. This distance is taken as x1 and this distance is taken as x2. So what is the displacement? We have to find this distance, this from A to B. So it will be equal to x2 minus x1. So the displacement will be equal to x2 minus x1 when the origin O is taken. Okay. Now let us take our origin here at O dash. So now our origin is O dash. For O dash, what will be the displacement? This displacement, this distance. So that will be equal to x2 dash minus x1 dash, this much. So x2 dash minus x1 dash. So you can see, although it is looking like they are different, but in in the diagram we can find that both are same distance. X2 minus x1 means the distance from here to here. Similarly, x2 dash minus x1 dash means this minus this means the distance from here to here. So, in both the cases the distances are actually same. It means that displacement does not depend upon the origin chosen. Displacement does not depend upon the origin chosen. So, while solving numericals, you can choose your origin as per your convenience or as per the situation demands. So, that is the second point. Let us come to the third point. Third point is that displacement can either be magnitude of the displacement, okay. Magnitude of the displacement means I am not telling about the direction. Magnitude of the displacement either can be equal to the distance or it may be less than distance, but it is not possible that this magnitude of displacement will be greater than distance. How? That is the definition of displacement. What is the definition of displacement? It is the shortest distance between two points, okay, travelled by object, shortest distance, okay. So, obviously displacement cannot be greater than distance. You can never get an example, you cannot tell an example in which displacement is greater than distance. You can prove this by taking any example of your choice. The next point, displacement does not depend on the actual path travelled. Means, let this is a point A, let is a point B. One object has travelled from A to B like this, another object like this, another object like this, another object like this. So, these are the four distances travelled by four different objects. One is moved like this, one moved or by in four different situations. But whenever it is asked what is the displacement, it is obviously a straight line distance from A to B. However, the object has travelled in all the situations, that does not matter. The displacement is always going to be a straight line between from the initial point towards the final point, okay. So, in the first situation also distance travelled is this, but displacement is this. Second situation distance is this, displacement is this. In the third situation distance and displacement are same. In the fourth situation distance is this, displacement is this. So, in all the cases the displacement is same and hence it does not depend upon the path travelled, okay. Now, the next question is magnitude of displacement, this same point, okay, this same point in a different way. Is magnitude of displacement always equal to, because many students have this problem of this wrong concept, is always equal to distance? No. Normally some teachers also use this definition that displacement, the magnitude of displacement is known as distance, magnitude of velocity is known as speed. Wrong. Why? It may be equal to the displacement, but not always. Let us take an, as here also I have defined that it may be equal to, but it may be less than also. Let us take an example, okay, that here A is, here B is there, okay. So, from A to B an object has moved and again it came from B to C. In this case, what is the distance? What is the displacement? Displacement is from here to here, okay. Let this total distance is some 10 centimeter and this distance is some 5 centimeter or let some 4 centimeter. So, what is the displacement? 10 minus 4, that is equal to 6 centimeter. This is the magnitude of the displacement. Yes or no? Displacement is from A to C, okay. Displacement is this, from A to C 6 centimeter. This is the displacement, means the magnitude of displacement is 6 centimeter. What is the distance travelled? 10 plus 4, that is 14 centimeter. This is the distance and they both are not equal, okay. Now the question is, when they are going to be equal? When we can tell that the magnitude of displacement is equal to distance? It is only correct when the object is moving on a straight line along the same direction. That is a very important point. Along the same direction, in a straight line along the same direction. Okay, what does that mean? This means like this. Let I have moved from A to B. Okay, only from A to B. Let this distance is 10 centimeter. In a same direction I have not returned back. Okay, I have just traveled from A to B. Or let from again there from there to A to C, B to C in the same direction. I have not returned towards this direction. Let it is some 6 centimeter. So what is my distance traveled? 10 plus 6, 16 centimeter. Okay, and what is my magnitude of the displacement? What is the displacement? 16 centimeter from A to C. But means again the magnitude of the displacement is going to be the same 16 centimeter. So remember this point, that distance and the magnitude of displacements are equal only when there is a unidirectional, means in the same direction, straight line motion is there. Okay. Now let us solve some numericals to understand this concept more clearly. So this is the question. There is a clock and you have to find the distance travel and the displacement of the tip of the minute hand between these 3 time intervals, and it is also given that the length of the minute hand is 14 centimeter. Okay. Now let us solve the first bit. 10 am to 11 am. Okay. I think you all have seen a work clock. So we don't have to do anything with the all other hands. We just have to consider the minute hand. So as all we know, at 10 am, where will be the minute hand? Let it is a minute hand. Okay, this is the tip of the minute hand. Okay, this is the tip of the minute hand. It is given that this length from here to here, this length is 14 centimeter. Okay, now this is the position of the minute hand at 10 am. Okay, and the next time is 11 am. So from 10 am to 11 am, how this tip will move? It will move like this. Okay, the minute hand will move like this. Okay, and I have to just see the tip. So the tip will go like this and it will come up to here again, because at 11 am it will be again here itself. Okay, so how much distance is travelled from here to here? Okay, so what will be the distance? So it is very simple. Distance will be equal, you have to find this distance, which will be equal to 2 pi r. It is a circle and this length is nothing but the radius. Okay, so it is a circle and the distance or the perimeter is going to be 2 into pi. Let us use the value 22/7 into r, that is 14 given. Okay, so this is the distance travel, that will be equal to 22 into 4, or that will be equal to 88 centimeters. So this is the distance travel. Okay, now let us find the displacement. For displacement, again let me remind you, you don't have to find how this minute hand moved and all that. You have to just see from where it started. It started from this point at 10, okay, and it finished at the same point at 11. So the starting point and the ending point or the terminal point, both are the same. So what will be the displacement? 0. Okay, because displacement is nothing but the distance, short line distance or the straight line distance between the initial and the final point. But here the initial and final points are same. So the displacement is going to be 0. Now the second bit. Okay, second bit you will do. Okay, 10 am to 10 pm. You can solve it. This is your task. Okay. Now let us come to the third bit. 10 am to 11:15 pm. Okay, 10 am to 11:15 pm. Now let us again draw it. it is 12, here it is 3, 6 and 9. Okay, and this is let the minute hand. We don't have to do anything with the minute hand also, we just have to do with this tip. That is the question, distance and displacement of the tip. Okay, so at 10 am again it will be here. At 11:15 pm how it will move? 10 am to 11 am, then 12, then 1 pm, 2 pm, 3 pm, 4 pm, 5 pm, 6 pm, like that it will move up to 11 pm. How much round it have completed? 10 am to 10 am to 10 pm. How much round? 12 hours, so 12 round. Then 11 pm one more round, so that will be 13 round and 1 quarter round, because at the final point it will be here. At 11:15 it will be here. Okay, so how much round it has completed? So distance traveled can be found by using this. Again 2 into pi into r, this is for one time it completes the distance, this total distance in one circle, but it has covered this distance 13 and a quarter time. Yes or no? 13 time from 10 am to 11 pm, and for this 15 minutes it came from here to here, and here to here is nothing but a quarter distance of this circle. So how much circle it completed? 13.25, or you can write it as 13 full 1 by 4. Okay, or that will be equal to 13.25. Now you can calculate and find the answer. It will be 2 into 22 by 7 into 14 into 13.25. So that much centimeter. You solve, you will get the answer. Now what will be the displacement? That will be interesting. For displacement, you don't have to again see how much round it came, how it came, in a circle path it came or in a quadrilateral path it came. You don't have to do anything with that. What we have to only consider, what is the initial point and what is the final point. This was the initial point at 10 am and this is the final point at 11:15 pm. So this is the distance. This distance is travel. This is the displacement. Okay, and again how to find this displacement? This we know, from here to here it is 14. Again from here to here it is going to be 14. So this distance and this angle is going to be 90 degree, because total was 360. So this angle is going to be 90 degree. Only you have to find this. So it is going to be 14 square plus 14 square root over. Okay, so you have to find this. You just calculate this and you will get what will be the value of the displacement. Okay, and there are many questions. We have solved also many questions in class 10. This was just a reminder class. Okay.